Hello and welcome to another video. Alberto and Jen, if you're watching this is essentially a video made for you. I am going to be fighting you both. I want to see your responses to this. This is going to be my definitive, correct One Piece OP ranking. That's right, we're going to go through every single One Piece opening and we are going to rank them in the objectively correct ranking. Now, as I do with all tier lists, I gotta change the tiers here to God tier, high tier, mid tier, low tier, and of course, shit tier. Let's jump in. Let's start with We Are, the classic first One Piece OP, the definitive One Piece OP song. This is like the One Piece theme song. Out of all of these OPs here, this is the most classic, the most synonymous with One Piece. It's the OP, and because of that, it has to immediately go into God tier. It's so classic. Every time they bring it back, it just sparks so much joy. It's the best for a reason. Anyway, OP2, Believe. It's this weird 90s Eurobeat track. It's with like kind of shitty visuals. I'm gonna put it in low tier. Just not shit tier, just because there's ones that are worse. And sometimes I do listen to this song because it is catchy. I will admit that it is catchy sometimes, and it's fun to listen to. So it's not going right into tier. This is my childhood classic because this is when I first discovered One Piece as a child. The OP that was on Toonami when this was playing was Hikari E. So for that nostalgia sense, this is like nostalgic One Piece for me. You know, this is like elementary school One Piece for me before I actually really got into the series, you know. So for that nostalgia purpose, and it's a fire song, it's gonna go into high tier. Bon Voyage. This is an underrated one. A lot of people hate this one. I think Alberto and Jen mentioned hating this one. I don't hate it. I think it's fine. It's catchy. It's fun. Some good beach visuals. Love a good beach episode. And this is kind of like the beach episode of the OPs. So I'm gonna put it in mid tier. This is Zach's favorite, Kokoro no Chizu, One Piece Opening 5. This is like the shift in the series when One Piece goes from being like a good series to a masterpiece. So because of that, like I associate this OP with that point in the narrative. It's also a fire song and has incredible visuals. Managed to make the Foxy arc look cool, which is something that's incredibly hard to do. So because of that, I'm going to put it in high tier. Brand New World, underrated one as well. I like this one a lot. It's very catchy, very fun, a lot of cool visuals. When I first saw this one, it like gave me a false impression of what the story was going to be because they would show visuals of things that like in certain characters being in certain places and things that didn't actually happening. So it kind of like misled me in that sense, but it's still great OP, still very catchy song. I listen to this song a lot. It's very fun, very upbeat for a very dark arc, which is very interesting. I love that juxtaposition. We'll get to one later that doesn't do it nearly as well. So I'm going to put it in high tier. Okay, this is the Straw Hat cover of We Are. It's kind of dumb, kind of annoying. I don't even know when they did this. They did it for like a few episodes in a special, I think. Might have been the 10th anniversary of the anime or something like that. I don't know for sure. Something like that. They did this. And it's, you know, the Straw Hats singing We Are. It's not great. Low tier. Crazy Rainbow, I don't like this one that much. It's pretty bad. Especially since it technically replaced Brand New World, which is fire, and I think it replaced it very prematurely, and Brand New World could have gone on a lot longer. And this song isn't great. I never really listened to it. Yeah, I'm putting it in a low tier. It's not shit, but it's low tier. Okay, Jungle P, Opening 9. This one grew on me a lot. When I first saw this OP, I did not like it, but it grew on me, and I find myself listening to the song sometimes. It's fun, it's catchy, has some good visuals. Yeah, I like this one. It really grew on me. It would have definitely put it in lower shit early on, but I'm going to put it in mid now. Okay, We Are, the 10th anniversary. Oh, this is the 10th anniversary one. Okay, this is actually really good. It's a totally different rendition of We Are than the first OP is. It's a totally different vibe. It's a much more cool, chill vibe than the first one, which is like a grand, bombastic adventure vibe. So, totally different vibe, but still very good. Not nowhere near as good. It has some awesome foreshadowing, awesome visuals, and I really like that about it. So, I'm going to put it in high tier. Share the World. This one is fire. This one's so good. I love this track and this OP. Some of the early visuals in it are silly, but the rest of the visuals like go into a really cool style, and the music's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. You see, I want to put it in high tier, but looking at the other OPs that are in high tier, I think I want to put it in God tier for now. And maybe I'll come back and reorganize some things. But let's put it in God tier. Okay. Kaze Sagashite. It is Shite indeed. This is the worst OP in the series, in my opinion. I hate this OP. It's so bad. There is like one part of it that has cool visuals that are foreshadowing for Marineford. And then the rest of the visuals are shit. They're all based on like weird abstract color spreads from throughout the manga. And like you can see the train one right there. The song is terrible. It makes One Piece seem like a children's, and it's like the main OP for Impel Now, which is like another very dark arc. And it's like I get the juxtaposition here that they were trying to do, which is like a very light, like breezy child OP for a very dark, intense arc, which is a cool idea. But I felt like Brand New World did that a lot better already. So this is going in shit tier. Okay, this is my controversial one, and I know it's controversial. Alberto and Jen do not like this OP, and I know a lot of people that don't like this OP, but me and Daniel specifically are huge diehard defenders and fans of this OP. The song is incredible. All the visuals are... I will admit, when it's going just through a character slideshow of them characters doing different attacks, those are a little weak and could be a little bit better, but the song and the other visuals that are throughout it are just incredible. This is one of my favorite OPs, and you know what? Fuck it. I was going to put it in high tier. I was going to do like a little like, okay, I'll give you a concession and put it in high tier, but fuck it. It's going in God tier. This is one of my favorite OPs of all time. Fight Together is a very emotional, very nostalgic OP. Has a lot of like, I don't know, it does a really good job of covering the part of the story that is, which is the post Marineford, Luffy's backstory, 3D2Y era of the show, and like it does a really good job of giving that vibe with the song and the visuals, and it's really emotional. And the song, you know, it's not my favorite song, but it is very good. So I'm going to put it in high tier. We go. Here we go. I would have said this is my favorite OP in the series. We Go, in my opinion, is One Piece. Just like a lot of people say that with We Are. We Go is like the sequel to We Are. It's the same artist, same vibe, just this bombastic adventure for the return from the post time skip. I love this OP so much. To me, it captures the spirit of One Piece perfectly. Like this song, this is One Piece. You know, this is like, I feel like I'm going on this adventure with these characters, and it's like the most hyped song, most motivational song. It really is like that indicative of that feeling of like this group of friends coming back together to continue their journey together, and it does that so perfectly, and that's why it was my favorite OP of the series, but it got beaten out by something I will get to later. But yeah, that's why it goes into God tier. Hands up, this is a good one. Pretty catchy, good visuals. It suffers with a little bit of the weird visuals that Kazuo Sagashite does throughout some of it, but the visuals that like are reflective of the story that come a little later in the OP are very cool, and it goes really well with the music, and the song's pretty fun and good. It's like that good balance of like emotionality and fun. I'm not going to say it's a credible masterpiece or anything, but I'll put it in mid tier. Okay, Wake Up. This is one that everyone likes but me. I hate this OP. It's the song sucks, and I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I played it in Osu so much and overheard it, but this song is bad. Some of the visual, like most of the visuals in this are like them chasing around a bug around the ship or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then they go into Dressrosa visuals later, in like toward the end of the OP. But like it's just bad. It has bad visuals, bad song. It's bad, and I don't understand why so many people think this is good. It's a bad OP. I'm putting in shit here. Anyway, Hard Knock Days. This one grew on me as well. I did not like it at first, but the more I listened to it, I realized the song is good. The visuals are very lazy. I think that the animation in this... Usually the OPs are like a huge step up of animation from the episodes they're covering, but Dressrosa in itself was like peak laziness from Toei Animation, including this OP. So the visuals are really rough in this one, which docks it a lot, but the song has really grown on me, and I find myself listening to it quite often. So, because of that, I'm so conflicted as to whether this goes in mid-tier or low-tier. I'm going to say mid-tier just because the song bucks it up. Weekend, I think this is the weakest of the We trilogy, I guess you could call it, by that artist, whose name escapes me right now. The visuals are very like poor quality, like they were in the previous opening Hard Knock Days. This is like still in Toei's like roughest era, in my opinion. The song is pretty fire, but the visuals do kind of suck. I like the song in Hard Knock Days more though, so that's why I'm gonna put this in low tier. Okay, Hope. This is a masterpiece of an OP. The song is incredible. I've listened to this song hundreds and hundreds of times. It was in, I think the year it dropped, it was in my Spotify Wrapped top 5. This song is so good, and the visuals are so emotional and so good, and they adapt to the episodes, and it covers, like, it gets the emotionality of the arc and the vibe of the arc across perfectly, and the music is so top tier. It's like... God. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of my Diet Pepsi because I got overexcited. Yeah, Hope goes to God tier. What am I... Who does... What One Piece fan would not put Hope in God tier? I'm sorry. Anyway, Superpowers... Maybe it's because it's following up one of the greatest OPs in this... It's stuck between two incredible OPs, Hope and Over the Top. Superpowers has... shit visuals, and is a shit song, and I hated it every time it came on before an episode. I never went back and rewatched it by itself. It's bad. It's fucking bad. So I'm going to put it in shit tier. I know a lot of people like it. It's just lazy. It's just bad. Anyway, Over the Top. Awesome OP. Really gives the vibe that, like, hey, we're Toei Animation. We're out of the shit. We're out of the poor animation. We're out of the shitty OPs. We're going in Wano now, baby. It really gives like such a grand introduction to Wano, and like it just gives the vibe of adventure, and it manages to interestingly to take the vibes of like We Are and We Go, but adapt it for Wano, the vibe of Wano, and it does that with visuals and the music, in my opinion, and like. It does such an awesome job. Now, I like everything in God tier more than it, though. And that is why I'm going to put it in high tier. But there's a world where it could be in God tier. There's a timeline in which I was recording this that it was in God tier. Dreaming On. This is, I think, my favorite of the Wano openings. It just was like, oh shit, we're going to Onigashima now. You know, like this is like, we're going into like the big raid now. This is like when... shit hits the fan. It's no more setup. We got all the setup out of the way. It's time for like the heart of Wano now. We're going into Onigashima, and it really gives that vibe of like this is it. We're starting this war, baby. And I really think it does a great job with that. The visuals are awesome. The music is just so amped up and so like fuck yeah, like we're gonna go fight, you know. And I really love that. And I'm gonna put it in high tier. You might notice a trend here that with the Wano openings being in high tier. Paint, this is one that really grew on me. Maybe it was because it was following up Over the Top and Dreaming On, and I thought Dreaming On could carry us through all of Wano and all of the raid on Onigashima. This was False Feeling. I think that Paint does a great job and does great visuals, and I really love the song. It ended up being, I think, my number one on Spotify Wrapped for the year it came out. So this really, really grew on me and really shifted. I remember when this came out. I think it came out at my first MagFest, and I remember watching it in the bathroom at MagFest for the first time. So it has a nostalgic place in my heart because it happened at the Gaylord. So it's going in high tier as well. Psycho Tosatsu 10, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is my least favorite of the Wano OPs, but it's still good. I think it could have had more visuals, especially in the first half of the OP, but the visuals become stunning in the second half of the OP and are absolutely incredible. The song's very fun. It gives such a great sense of like victory and like we did it, which is kind of spoilery for when it starts. Oh, there's like a crazy car driving by outside. I don't know if the mic caught that. But it kind of gives a premature sense of victory because it starts before the final battle of Wano is over. But it is definitely like a victorious, like, we did it, we saved this country, let's celebrate vibe. And I think it does a really good job with that. So this one, unfortunately, I'm not going to put in high tier just because the visuals, the song isn't my favorite, and the visuals in the first half are kind of weak, but it's going to go in mid tier still. Okay, I was saying before that We Go was my former favorite OP in the series. Something recently just beat it. This song is probably the best song out of all the OPs. I think that Hope is a very big contender for the best song. This, I think, beats it. I've listened to this probably hundreds of times in the past few months. The visuals are the absolute best out of any of these OPs. They're just so unique and so unmatched, and they're like this like Wind Waker-esque like cel-shaded style, and it like gives this like grand vibe that we're really it's the What We Are did for the first third of the series, What We Go did for the second third of the series. This is really like, if Wano was the end of the second third, this is really like the final third of this series. Like, this is the big grand We OP that we didn't get with We Can, you know? This is it. And I think, honestly, hot take, this is the best OP in the series. It beat We Go. This is it. I think Us, as this wants me to pronounce it, is the absolute god tier best OP in One Piece. And that is it. That is our ranking of all of the One Piece openings. Alberto, Jen, I know you're watching this. I want to see your reaction because I know it's going to be a hot take. So, yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.